From the frigid temperatures that we saw this weekend, and we are now trending in the warmer direction.
It's going to be golfing weather before long, and you guys are both going to lose your husbands to it. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank for a look at the forecast.
Oh, you know too much about me in my family, for sure. Yeah, we're talking about 50s, even highs close to 60 for later this week. So instead of record cold, we could be looking at record warmth before the week is through. But today was really warm as well. High temperatures in the low to mid 50s. It will turn a little bit cooler tonight and tomorrow, although nothing near what we dealt with over the weekend. Temperatures right now are in the 30s for most of the state, upper 20s though in Torrington. There is a big offshore storm. That's what ended up driving that wind today, that northerly wind that was persistent and will help to drop the temperatures. As we head through the overnight, we'll see temperatures dropping back through the 20s, and that's where we start tomorrow morning with plenty of sunshine. So sunshine mixing with clouds as we head through the afternoon. We'll see high temperatures climbing into the low to mid 40s. And there is a rising chance for showers as we head towards the end of the day, after 8 o'clock especially. And some of that could begin as a brief wintry mix before transitioning over to rain, especially in the higher elevations. Shouldn't amount to a whole lot, but we'll talk about it. It could result in a couple slippery spots. We're also timing out some more rain in your forecast, and of course, that warmth to finish the work week. That's all coming up.
Reason to look forward to Friday, and it's not just because it's Friday.
Yeah, we always look forward to Friday, but this is a big one. Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank telling us what it is.
We are getting back to warmer temperatures again this week, so if you have been a fan of what we dealt with for much of January, then you're really going to like where we go moving forward. But it really was a change of pace to start off the month. Right now, February is running 6.3 degrees below average. This is after the third warmest January on record, where temperatures were as much as 10 degrees above average for the month. But of course, taking a look at the stats for the month so far, not a lot of data, right? We're going to end up evening things out and likely finishing the month above average just on how things are looking so far. And this is for the season, but wow, you guys know we haven't had a lot of snow this season. It is now 20 inches below average for the season to date, which is staggering. And we really don't have any big snow in the future right now. Let's take a look at where the temperatures go. And there's that number that has Jen and Brent so excited. 58 degrees for that high temperature on Friday. And again, that actually could approach or exceed the record high temperature for that date. And notice that we are above average across the board. 36 degrees in Hartford, 31 the current temperature for the Waterbury area. It was warm out there today as well, but the winds have changed. We're blowing. You probably noticed those winds pumping in that cooler air. Winds out of the north, anywhere between about 5 to 15 miles per hour. What's causing the wind is a difference in pressure. That's what always is the cause of wind. And we've got a big difference in pressure with an offshore storm and high pressure moving in. But as the storm departs, that difference starts to ease up a little bit, which is why the wind's diminishing. Lows tonight around 20 degrees, mostly clear skies. Tomorrow we're up into the low 40s. We're going to start the day off with beautiful sunshine tomorrow, but as we head through the middle of the day and especially into the afternoon, we'll see increasing clouds after about 8 o'clock or so. So we should make it through the commute dry, maybe towards the tail end of the commute here, maybe for someone who's heading home a little later. There is a chance for some rain, which could begin as a brief wintry mix for some, especially in the higher elevations and in northern Connecticut. That's where there's going to be a better chance of seeing that, where temperatures are closer to freezing. While we're not expecting a lot of a mix, this should be generally light. I do think that there could be a couple of slippery spots. So we'll be checking in on that tomorrow evening. This is really brief and then it's gone, and temperatures will actually rise as we head towards daybreak Wednesday morning. So we're not anticipating issues for the Wednesday morning commute, maybe just a few slippery spots Tuesday night. Highs on Wednesday will be in the upper 40s, another shot of rain for late Thursday night. Following that, those temperatures soar heading into our Friday. This is the third system now that we have to talk about for this week, will bring us some rain showers on Saturday. There's a chance, if we have just enough cool air nearby, that we could finish as a mix or snow in spots, but it's a really close call. Most of our guidance says we All right, a warmer day outside today with temperatures climbing up into the low 50s. The average high for this time of year is 37, so we were actually within a few degrees shy of the record. And I do think that we will end up breaking records as we head towards the end of the week with even warmer temperatures on the way. Winds out of the north, gusts up around 20 miles per hour, starting to bring in some of that cooler air that we're anticipating for tonight into tomorrow, although cooler doesn't compare to what we dealt with this weekend. Temperatures right now are generally in the 30s, a little bit cooler in Torrington. Big offshore storm ended up missing us. If it was a little closer, probably would have brought us some snow. Lows tonight dropping back through the 20s, and that's where we start tomorrow morning with bright sunshine. We'll see increasing clouds as we head through the middle of the day into the afternoon. High temperatures will climb into the low to mid 40s. And then as we head into tomorrow night, we'll see a rising chance for some rain. That could end up starting off as a brief mix for some, especially in northern Connecticut and in the higher elevations. And this would likely be after 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So we've got some time. We'll talk about another few chances for rain in the forecast and that warmer finish to the work week coming up.
All right, Rachel. That's awesome. All right, Rachel.
Hi.
Hi. What a weekend we had.
Oh.
And what a weekend we've got coming.
I know. And we know that this is the time of year that you can get some biggies, big
Right.
snowstorms. We've got a history of it. Let me show you. This is the blizzard of 78.
Ooh.
Yeah, some big numbers there. The big thing that a lot of people remember from this storm, a lot of people were stuck out on the highways because even though the storm was forecast, a lot of people didn't believe the forecast. 2 weeks prior, there was a busted snowfall forecast that never ended up coming together, and people were like, we've heard this before. They went out to work, got stuck on the roads, ended up being a mess. The other thing a lot of people remember are the huge snow drifts. So obviously there's a lot of snow, but in addition to the snow, there was also hurricane force winds, epic flooding with this storm as well that occurred during several high tide cycles, and up to 4-inch per hour snowfall rates. If you want to look at more pictures from this storm and from the aftermath of the storm, you can go to our website or the Fox 61 News app, and on the weather page we have a little gallery of AP photos. This is one of them. You can see a message to Ella T. Grasso, the governor. Ella, help. This was taken in Montville, and as Ella T. Grasso was kind of touring the state in helicopter, because that was one of the only ways to get around and see the state, people were asking her for help. So that kind of speaks volumes, and that's one of the photos that kind of sticks out in our mind when we look back at the storm. And a lot of you were sharing your memories with me on my Facebook page, and it's amazing to hear all of them. But the state was shut down for a while. There is a big storm on the map, but it's missing us. It seems like obviously the weather setup, we knew this was going to be a warm winter, but also a little bit of bad luck playing into it as well, because you got storms close by that are just missing. Only takes this much to bring them a little bit closer. Just not happening this year. Temperatures are in the 30s right now. Lows tonight dropping back into the low to mid 20s. So it's a chilly start to the day tomorrow. Not as cold as this weekend though. And high temperatures climbing into the low to mid 40s as we head through the afternoon. Tomorrow night we'll see some rain move in, and it could begin as a brief icy mix or a few snowflakes, especially in northern Connecticut and at higher elevations. It shouldn't amount to a whole lot, but it could result in a couple of slippery spots. Otherwise, it's just rain, and temperatures will rise as we head towards daybreak on Wednesday. So I'm not expecting any issues for the Wednesday morning commute. Other than that, there's another chance for some rain late Thursday into Thursday night. And then after that on Saturday, this one looks mostly like rain, but if there's enough cool air nearby as it's departing, heading into later